Okay, today we are going to and make a debate in the topic the waqaf board and the PSC. The state government has taken the decision that the waqaf board employees appointment goes to in PSC. And it is a sensational issue in Kerala, the waqaf board and the PSC nomination. The Muslim League and another political parties opposite the verdict which have acted by the state waqaf board and state government. And let me ask the question about the pride and prejudice and pros and cons related with this the sensational issue. And here join with us our mentor Zainuddin sir and Aslam, and he is one of the politician representative. Okay, let's start.
Okay, as our Rashid mentioned here, today our contention is the controversial decision taken by the state government in last PSA with the task of recruiting the candidates to waqaf board. Why the government was thrust upon to take such a drastic decision? We should think that. Because now in PSC, as everybody knows, it was not only earlier but now also dominated by one community party, that's a Muslim League. Because what's happened in Kerala, always every 5 years changes the government. But unfortunately, or fortunately, that didn't happen this time. The LDF government repeated this time. Then they took a decision to cleanse this waqaf board. As we think about waqaf board, we could see that about hundreds of cases in connection with waqaf property. Actually, what is the intention of this waqaf board? What are the things done by waqaf board? They are meant to protect this waqaf property that has been donated by many Muslim communities, people, believers, as a religious intention. But we could see that many of the waqaf properties in connection with the masjid, madrasas and many other colleges have been alienated. So being a believer, any believer can tolerate these things. So it should be cleansed. Why they are concerned about these particular political parties? Why they are concerned about this? Because they said that now about only there are 120 candidates. Why the government is constituting a new instead of constituting a recruit board in the line of that Devasam board, why they left these things to PSC? That is the very good question. And when we hear, because for 100 something candidates, but what about they are asking here, Devasam board, not only 100, but there are thousands of candidates. And also we should understand another difference between Devasam board and waqaf bodies. Devasam board is giving salary to almost all the Melshandi. That's a supreme feast pointed to the famous temples. What about, I think, Muslims, masjid, imams and ustads? Are they given the salary by this waqaf board? So I think no need of such a special board. That is a contention of the incumbent LDF government. In that sense, I wholeheartedly extend support to the decision taken by the government by leaving to PSC or entrusting this great task. We can, some extent, we can cleanse this corruption and irregularity that is haunted by our PSC. That's my opinion.
First of all, we should understand what's the meaning of waqf and how to make these kinds of special body by the government. Because waqf it is belongs to the Muslim community, only Muslim community. Why now government enrushed to deploying employees to PSC? In Public Service Commission, what's the meaning of PSC? Wherever the government employees, first of all, PSC conduct examination. Whoever, any Keralians can appear in this exam. Without, irrespectively, any caste, any religion, like that. But at the same time, we come to the point, the waqf board, that is only dominated to the Muslim community. How government took these kinds of decisions? It is in my opinion, only political vendetta. If nowadays, government, especially the Muslim League is the strongest party in the Kerala. So, if Muslim League and Congress gathering, that time CPM or LDF government can't.
Let me disagree.
Can't. Let me conclude. LDF government can't overtake the power of UDF. So Muslim League is the strongest party. So, and other things. What? Sachar committee report. Some months ago.
Okay, we can discuss Sachar committee in another.
Yeah.
Now let him.
Let me disagree.
Okay.
And I think
He
you
got
guys-
some disagreement with you.
You misunderstood about the verdict which you have, the decision which you have taken, the Kerala government. And your question is, I welcome your question. It's a sincere question from the very common Muslims. But as a PSC appearance, you may know that there is a reservation in PSC that some kind of sector.
That I think you misled.
Let me conclude.
Yeah.
Some kind of PSC exam, it reserved only for the Muslim, some sector only reserved for the Christians and in the Christian or Hindus in particular community or caste. Like that, the Kerala Waqf Board, and it is autonomous. Sir also mentioned it autonomous, and they have said that, and there is a law that it's only belong the employees not only recruited only from the Muslims. This is a law, but the political there is a vested interest for the political parties to exaggerate and to make a huge issues and make a communal violence like that. It is a simple issue.
So I think I strongly against. I disagree these kinds of argument because sometimes somebody our participants, our respected sir already mentioned here what some I think every fraction they always supporting this LDF government, and I remember that if my memory serves right that during the this LDF government said only it is dominated by to the Muslim community. What is that? After the Sachar committee reported, but what actually government should have taken this decision, it is only for the Muslim community. But a government form a new committee. LDF government formed a new committee, that's a Parloli commission. And Parloli commission, after they studied and presented the report to the government, but why the 100% is it is only for the Muslim community. Whatever government should implement some project for the Muslim welfare, but actually government it is a parts what divided 80-20. After some years,
it is another matter.
After some years, some people they went to court And after quarter sentence,
Okay, that everybody knows.
After
That has
sentence,
been
exactly,
very,
it is
very
always, it is
elaborately discussed earlier.
If government
Why do you want to drag the same issue here? What
any
I'm
particular community, it is,
Sorry for the interruption.
You don't drag the politics from this
No,
topic.
sorry for the interruption. And yes, you said that. Because really, you are doing that because what is a consent by this Muslim League and some other Muslim organization? Because when it goes to the PSC, what will happen? Non-Muslim will be recruited. But what is the fact, during that tenure of this UDF government, UDF government who is leading that time, none other than Muslim League. Then what happened? Around only permanent staff only 20 out of 100, more than 100, only permanent staff only 20. That out of permanent 20, 5 non-Muslims, Hindus and Christians were appointed by these people. Now you are trying to mislead the whole Indians, also all Keralites. Especially you are creating unnecessary fear, phobia among Muslim community. So why you are telling such a canard? That's my question. Okay, you're
no, I will. Because how the Muslim organization, Samstha, and every organization, Jamaat Islami, everyone, they are strongly against this decision. Because,
Then
if somebody going to court, government, nowadays, this Paloli committee, they are suggested. But now, government can't, definitely people fail to take a decision, anything. Why? That's the same issue will come after the PSC recruitment.
No, it won't happen. It won't happen because it is working along with the stipulation of the Central Waqf Board. According to Central Waqf Board, only Muslim can be appointed by Waqf Board. No non-Muslim. Though you broke that laws, you violated UDF. But why you are setting such a crocodile tear here?
If somebody.
That's my question.
If anybody approaches the court, who will take this responsibility?
Why you are thinking about future?
But the
president
will take
who is the chairman of Waqf now?
Now TK Amsa.
Yeah.
It's a congressman.
If
Last year it was
our
Rashid
political
Yeah.
our political 5 years after other party will come to the power. Nowadays who is the chairman? TK Amsa. Is that belong to TK Amsa belongs to the LDF government?
It's a communist.
That's what you previously why you said it is always one political party. That's a wrong statement. I proved it. It's a wrong statement. If any government, LDF or UDF, they can deploy. Their chairman and other employees. That's a fact. That's a reality. But you misled to the our society. That's the main point.
One point we have to note that what is happening right now in Waqf Board, and with using the power of the politics, so many political parties corrupted and they have misused it, the Waqf Board. And Waqf Board means our fathers and grandfathers, they have donated for these religions, for the rituals. For that,